Welcome to PCWizKid's Tech Talk. Today we're looking at the Geforce GT220 from Axle. Now Axle 3D is quite popular in Asia Pacific, and now they've come over here to North America and made their debut, and I've got my hands on the GT220 model from them. And this one here specifically is a 512 megabyte GDDR3. There are many GT220 models out there from many people. Some of them are DDR2, this one's DDR3. 128-bit, the architecture on this one supports Windows 7, and it comes with solid-state capacitors, so we're talking about a good build here, going to last you at least over 5 years is the life expectancy on this one, and you'll probably upgrade the card by then anyways. But many of you are asking me for budget cards. You can't afford the latest and greatest, but yet you want to run it in Windows 7, you want shader model 4.1, the DirectX 10.1 support, for example. So this is a card that would be able to give you that. And it just comes with the manual and the drivers. That's it. Nothing else on that included in the box. Now, where does this card lie? It lies between a 9500 GT and a 9600 GSO. Halfway in between, you get this card. That's where it's supposed to be. Now, if you overclock it, of course, it will do just as good as the 9600 GSO or even better. Okay, and we're going to test it out a little bit here in my gaming rig, my mainstream gaming rig that I'm putting together. And as I said, features that support are what you would expect so that you can run it with Windows 7 and with the latest games. So taking a closer look at the card here, you can see that it's got a nice heatsink on it and a fan, okay, and no power connectors. So obviously, when we talk about a mainstream card, we don't want a power-hungry card. We don't want something that requires a lot of PSU, wattage, powers, amps, all of that. We want something simple, right? Something that you can put on a small mini tower, for example, set up a little mini gaming rig, or a mainstream PC, or maybe a multimedia PC. Now the connectors for multimedia, there you go. All three that you need. DVI, VGA, and your HDMI out. That's all you need. And here at the top, as I said, no power connectors, so all you need is a 300 watt power supply and you're good to go with a PCI Express 2.0 X16 slot. Okay, so standard new slot from any new motherboard will work great, and this will take advantage of it. Okay, so now let's take a look at this card inside of a mainstream PC. So obviously I've got the latest components here that I've set up a mini tower PC. I've got a micro ATX board, Athlon 2, triple core 435, using the stock cooler, right? I'm not using the fancy CPU coolers that I've used in my previous reviews. 2 gigs of RAM, that's it, and Windows 7. Here we go. Let's take a look at the stats. 40 nanometer architecture on this core, the GT216 GPU. As you can see, there's low power consumption because it's 40 nanometer, doesn't require a lot of juice, hence the 300 watt power supply, yet it supports DirectX 10.1, shader model 4.1, it uses the latest PCI Express slots, and it has pretty good support for games. Look at that GPU clock, memory clock, and the shader clocks. Those are pretty good, and of course it's going to support your physics and your CUDA and all of that. So that's why we need to really try this out now. Let's do some benchmarks and see how it does. Starting with Far Cry 2, I'm benchmarking it using DirectX 10 and high settings, of course, and here are the results. Awesome results, as you can see here, the minimum, the maximum, and the average. Terrific results there on both of those resolutions. Same thing on the Resident Evil 5. I did same types of benchmarks using high settings, of course. 34.6 frames per second, so 34.6 frames per second, so almost 37 on that resolution, and 28 on a higher resolution. Here's the Batman Arkham Asylum's results, as you can see, on high detail settings. Very good. And obviously this is not overclocking the card yet. If I overclocked it, we'd get another 10 frames per second maybe. So that's not bad at all. Now, taking a look here at BioShock, that's the one that did the best with that engine. 3D Mark GPU scores at the defaults and then overclocked. As you can see, it did pretty good. Overclocking at the 750 at the GPU core and the memory 950 brings this card closer to the performance of a 9600 GT. Not as good as the 9600 GT, but definitely blows the 9500 GT out of the water, and any integrated video card like the HD 4200, that one, don't even talk about it, right? Your integrated HD 4200 doesn't even come close to this. Now, consumption and power readings, well, as you can see here on no load, basically. With the fan only at 25%, we're talking about GPU temperature about 36 degrees Celsius. And if I overclock this now, the GPU temperature goes up to about 52 degrees Celsius roughly. And the memory usage is actually quite low as well. Okay, so that gives you a good idea on how well this card performs. It's not a memory hog as well, and it's very lightweight. So I'd like to thank Axel for providing it. I definitely recommend this, and visit the website axel3d.com. Thank you for watching.